Hey guys, so, you know what they say, bad dress run, amazing performance. Sadly, I had an amazing dress run of this since my memory card decided not to read any of the many clips I took. So I'm now redoing it for you all, and I'm gonna make it the best performance of my life. So I hope you enjoy. Yeah, so today I'm going to be doing a little Q&A for you all, and I wonder what the questions will be. I have no idea. Okay, I'm going to stop being bitter about this now. Yeah, so I've been doing a little Q&A for you all, and I asked questions on my Instagram, and I got loads and loads of responses, which was crazy. I wasn't expecting so many. So I picked about 8 that I'm going to be answering for you all, so I hope you enjoy. The first question is, do I have any baby names? And I'm sorry to I know I'm only 16 and all, but girls gotta be planned, you know what I mean? I've had my baby names planned since I was 6 years of age, probably younger. I have to say they've slightly changed since then. Since when I was 6, I decided that my boy would just be called Angus Reef. There was nothing else, Angus Reef. And then my girl was gonna be called Diana Jane. Standard classy name, you know what I mean? Diana Jane, lovely name. However, now I have slightly changed them, that I'd really love a boy called Theodore. I think Theodore is the cutest name, and shortened to Teddy. And then if you have like a big badass boy who doesn't want to be called like Teddy, because you know that could happen, then he could be called Bear. I'm gonna watch back at this when I'm like 26 and be like, my baby's called Alex. Anyway, and then my girl's name, I would love to call my girl Nevaeh, and I like the name Renesmee as well. So yeah, it's kind of weird because I like kind of standard boys' names. Theodore, that's pretty standard. And then for a girl, I like more like obscure names. How long have you been doing MT, and where do you train? So I've been doing musical theatre since I was 10 when I went to Registry Theatre School, but I've been dancing since I was 2 years old. I've been doing private singing lessons since I was 9 years old, and acting since I was 7 or 8. Because obviously I did choir and stuff when I was 7 or 8 anyway, but then when I started properly learning to sing, that was at 9. So yeah, I kind of just started doing all that quite young, but obviously dancing super young. So I trained at Regis Theatre School from when I was 11. I then trained at Dance by Studios and then Lindsay Reed, and now I train at Emil's Elle Academy in Hitchin, which is amazing, and oh my god, I can't wait to do like a proper like college video just to tell you more about it. However, a lot of questions are about EDA, so just you wait for it to come up. And obviously I still train with Michael Xavier MXM every Sunday, which I've always loved and will carry on loving for ages. I've been there, must have been 13 maybe when I started. No, 12, it must have been 12. If I could relive one day, what would it be and why? So this is quite a hard question because I'm very fortunate and I've had some amazing experiences in my life and things that are just once in a lifetime opportunities that obviously I would love to relive and relive. But one that's coming to mind right now is when Lin-Manuel Miranda watched me in Bring It On the musical at Southwark Playhouse. Obviously being in Bring It On was just such an incredible opportunity anyway, and performing so much, oh, it was just insane. I absolutely adored it. But obviously having the Lord, Lin-Manuel Miranda there, it was insane. And like I remember doing my little trick solo and landing my tricks like this, and I'm being like literally like right in front of him, and he was like smiling, and I was like, Lil, I love you. It was just I can't even think, like thinking about it literally makes me so emotional because it was just insane. And I still remember finding out about it when because obviously they didn't want to keep our hopes up, so right before he got there they were like, oh, just so you know, Lin-Manuel Miranda's in the building, just chill though, don't you worry about it. And I'm like, so yeah, that was probably the most nervous I've ever been for a show. So I've had a lot of questions about audition advice, EDA, and like moving away and everything. Quite a lot of these I will be doing like proper videos about, so I'm planning on doing a story time, telling you about my experiences moving away and how I was settling in, and a little room tour for you all. Audition advice, I was planning on doing a little video for all the young aspiring actors that want to go into musical theatre and start looking at different musical theatre courses and audition prep and everything. But what I've got to say about it now is that auditions, just be yourself. Just be prepared, very prepared. So make sure you know your song backwards, forwards, upside down, doing a gym session, doing a maths GCSE. Just make sure you know that song, because I tell you now, you'll get into that audition and there's no way they'll tell you to sing it how you want to sing it. So the next question I'm going to be answering is highs and lows of this year. I think it's a really good question because obviously everyone focuses on the good in the year, because you want to make your life on social media look amazing and perfect and everyone's jealous of you, and in reality that's not always the case. Normally it's the people that make out that their life are the happiest and the most perfect, and the ones that are struggling the most. So I actually had a really tough year this year, especially from like the end of April until September, which is obviously a long time. Yeah, I had a really tough time, let's just say that. I can't really talk about it, and it's not really something I can be posting about, but I'm sure at some point I'll make a discreet video about it. But yeah, no, it was really quite a hard time for me. It was physically, emotionally draining, I can tell you that. But like, not focusing on that, because although yeah, it's always good to discuss the negative, but at the same time, I've only just got back to my YouTube, so let's not focus on the negative. Let's think about all the amazing things I did this year. And through that time where everything was just a bit crap, it was just crap, I won't lie to you, it was, yeah. I did some really great things. I went away with friends and my family. I saw loads of friends I hadn't seen for a while. I went to see some amazing theatre shows. I went to Darlington and saw my best friends, and obviously then I got to September, and although everything was still pretty crappy, I then met a load of new amazing people that I just adore. So, you know, you've got to see, it's funny because in the moment I couldn't see anything else, and I was sat in these amazing theatre shows and I was sat with my friends, and all I was thinking was, I've got all this crap going on right now, like I don't need to be here, I need to be at home, you know what I mean? But looking back on it now and realising, like, do you know what, there was some pretty good things happening while you were feeling quite crappy. But anyway, away from all of that, the happiest I've ever been is right now. Like, being at college and having so many new amazing friends that have all the same ambitions and goals as me, and having like the most, I'm surrounded by some of the most lovely and kind and caring people that I've ever been surrounded by. So I just feel so happy, and I don't think I've ever felt this happy in my life. Apart from when Bow Veil was open. That was a pretty happy time of my life. Just thought of something really shit happened this year. I'm gonna milk it because it's probably the worst thing that's ever happened in my life. Bow Veil closed at the beginning of this year, and I promise you now, I have never ever, no I have, but I've never cried that much in my whole life. It was dreadfully emotional, I won't lie to you, but it's back now. So, oh, we found another happy of this year. That's coming back, bitches. I'm so, okay. I feel like this is going to be a question. I'm going to be like, what's your goal for a baby's name? And I'm like, Stratton Raven. And I'm like, okay, how long have you been doing musical theatre and where do you train? Bat out of hell. So the next question is, what is your happy place, and have you got any advice for loneliness? So my happy place is the theatre. It always has been, and I think it always will be, because if I'm not performing myself, which obviously gives me so much joy, watching other people perform and being involved in their story and just escaping what I'm thinking about, escaping all the negativities that are surrounding me at the time, just putting myself like, oh, I'm now in 42nd Street. You know, that just makes me like just so much happier. And just for those 2.5 hours I find peace, and my brain is stopped. My brain has finally stopped going nah. And my advice for loneliness is I could just say, if you're a musical theatre lover / goer, always go to stage door after a show, because even if you just want to meet the main celebrity, and if you just want to meet Peter Andre in Thriller, just go back there, tell him he was great. You know, you just surround yourself by someone. Just say, please just start talking to people. Like, I know that expressing your emotions and putting yourself in a vulnerable place to you know, expose yourself like that is horrible. Trust me, I know. Talking about my problems is one of the worst things for me, especially at the moment. I don't know why, but I just decided to keep them all in and just not tell anyone until I combust and start crying. And I know that's much easier said than done. Completely, so much easier. Like, I'm just like, you know, go talk to people. Have more friends. That will make you so much happier and you won't feel lonely anymore. I get that it's so much harder than that. But just try and get out, see some shows. That's so bad. I'm like, my happy place is seeing shows, so you go see them too. Also, when I was homeschooled, I was obviously very worried that I was going to start feeling lonely, because I was just always just like, obviously my mum and my dad are angels and I love them, and you know, I can't feel lonely when I'm with them, but I was worried that I was going to miss the social side of school. But I obviously went to dance classes a lot and different clubs, so that was great to keep my social interaction up. But also when I went back like stage door at BAT, and well, especially at BAT, because that's really the only show that I stand, as they call it. Yeah, I was a stanner. I think, is that the right word? I don't even know. I just like the show, to be honest. I met some amazing people that I'm still friends with to this day, and we talked pretty much every day, and I love them so much. I mean, also you do meet the crazies. The crazies. Some of those stage door, I can't go into that. Stage door tea. I don't have a cup of tea to sip, but in the last time I filmed this video I did, so I'm gonna sip it out of my hand. My favourite part of EDA, what I sang and what the audition process was like. So my favourite part of EDA is for sure just the, well, obviously the training. The teachers are phenomenal. Like, I don't think I've ever met a faculty of such phenomenal people. It's the most insane school, and everyone works so hard. Just being surrounded by people that, you know, have the same interests in me is just amazing, and everyone is so ambitious and so hardworking. Students, teachers, the guest faculty that we have so many guest masterclasses. They're all just so committed and so hardworking. It's just the most inspiring school there is. The audition process was like amazing, but I wouldn't suggest doing what I did. So for the audition you have to prepare a song and a monologue, and so I was thinking, this school seems pretty like modern and contemporary, and my song is like based on like old school America, so I'll go for something more modern. And I just decided to choose a song that well, firstly, it isn't the big girl ballad or the big girl song in the musical. It's just Someday from The Wedding Singer. So I picked that song 3 days before my audition. Bear in mind, I'd already been practicing like 3 other songs, but I decided, do you know what? No, that's the one for me. I have no idea how I got into this school. I swear, I'm telling you now. I walked in that audition, and obviously I knew my stuff. I knew the synopsis, I knew the character, I knew everything about it, but I was like, it's just not the song for me, is it really? But hey, I sang it in that audition, and they may have told me to transpose it up a whole octave, but I screamed out that full octave. I screamed it out. And they obviously saw some trainability in me, which was great, because that's what EDA are looking for, is trainability. So I'd say always go for something you are comfortable with and you know, because they will change it up, like I said. With monologues, I bought 6 different plays, and I read through every single one of them, and I found a monologue in a play called Girls Like That, which I really liked, and I thought was a really good play for my age, and obviously like it's kind of a relevant topic. So I picked that monologue and I knew it forwards, backwards, sideways. So I got into them when they asked you questions about what happened 6 scenes earlier. I was like, I can tell you. They were like, what happened in 4 plays on? And I'm like, I can tell you, because I literally just read it completely. So I would definitely recommend doing that 100%, because it's just so much better knowing that you know every answer they could possibly ask you. And then I had a dance audition, which was just a bit of choreography that you got taught. So it was a really nice audition process, and yeah, definitely just be prepared and make sure you're not silly like me. Choose a song you feel comfortable with. The last question is there any other colours I would like to dye my hair? And I'm currently in transition of going back blonde, because obviously in my little mental breakdown I dyed my hair black, as you do, obviously, because I'm totally one of those girls that as soon as something happens she's like, okay, I'm going to dye my hair. And yeah, so I'm in the transition of going back blonde at the end, well, blonde everywhere and then dark roots. This is kind of my caramel, light blonde, dark blonde, light brown kind of hairstyle. I've got my next appointment on February the 8th, I think, which I'm really excited for. But other colours I'd like to dye my hair. So natural, I would love to, for like an autumn, like dye my hair like a gingery, like orangey red. I think that would be really cute. I like it. But if I wasn't into musical theatre and didn't have to keep kind of the natural look, I would dye my hair neon. I would dye my hair baby colours. I would dye my hair purple. I wanted to dye my hair purple so bad for a while. So yeah, I definitely yeah, I would love to experiment with my hair more. Just adore getting my hair done. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little Q&A. If you guys ever have any questions, just write them below and I can type back to you, or I can write them down for another Q&A, or just hit me a message on Instagram. I love to hear from you guys. So yeah, please message me. Also, I have a lot of videos planned that are currently in editing, or little ideas in my head, which I can't wait to share with you. Next year is going to be super exciting, and I'm hoping that you guys enjoy it as much as I think you guys will. So yeah, thank you so much again for watching, and I'll speak to you all soon. Merry Christmas, or holidays. If you don't do Christmas, then I hope you have the most amazing holiday and relaxed and ate a lot of crap. Just eat. Well, I'm so bad. This is why I'm gonna faint in my first cardio session back, because I just eat too much. Goodbye.